Triss could not help Geralt, yet she did direct him to Corrine Tilly, an oneiromancer and an expert at finding the lost and the missing. Guided by Corrine Tilly, the Witcher had a dream. In it, Ciri and I, the bard Dandelion, were reunited. Geralt now knew that to find Ciri, he would first need to find his dear old friend.
Salve ragazzi e bentornati su The Witcher 3. Ci stiamo dirigendo verso il Timo Rosmarino, dove credo che potremo incontrare finalmente Dandelion, che ci darà informazioni su Ciri effettivamente. Vediamo un po'.
Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your ass till you've toes for teeth. Geralt, in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't going more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
With pleasure.
Ok, iniziamo a menare le mani. Innanzitutto Zoltan è una vecchia conoscenza di Geralt. L'abbiamo conosciuto, se non mi ricordo male, nel secondo titolo. Non mi ricordo se c'era anche nel primo. Altra cosa da notare è che non mi è sfuggito durante la cutscene che c'era un oggetto che sbrilluccicava alle sue spalle, quindi penso che dopo gli dovrò dare un'occhiata. Credo fosse un libro. Dov'è? Oh, in fin dei conti sono il campione regionale di Velen, eh? Cioè, mica cavoli. Quasi quasi mi vergogno a picchiarli.
Hey Zoltan, you look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine. You, though, you've withered a bit. Something worrying you?
È un vecchio amico, tanto vale essere sinceri.
It's about Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6, 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh, not good.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
We've a wee problem then.
Where's Dandelion?
I'd like to know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. I just barely returned, as you saw. I'm expecting to come home to a hot like a boar and some cold ale. What do you find instead? A shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Haven't a clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote.
Il piano terra è questo, ma io come prima cosa andrei direttamente, infatti, sull'oggettino che brilla di luce propria. Senza neanche usare i sensi di Witcher.
5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for. It's his planner.
Huh. Dandelion and planning? Good one. Besides, anything he wrote here probably had a special system. Chaos only he could ever decipher. Actually, in the past, sometimes not even that.
Give him a chance. Might not be that bad. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them. He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late, the dog.
Not a bad idea. Dandelion's pretty loose-lipped. Might have blabbed something to a lady friend that'll put us on his trail.
That's what I'm counting on. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... Ah, fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Suche?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
Ok, innanzitutto vorrei far notare che Zoltan ha appena letto, penso, determinati nomi, ha deciso di tenersi lui una determinata parte, quindi vediamo un po'. Rosa Van Atr, come una rosa timida al suo rossore, la bella rosa ha vissuto il suo amore, ha reso presto la tua mano per usare al meglio il suo nano. Strana. Una bella villa con giardino a bordo. Molly, anche se la pelle è liscia come seta, nell'amplesso e soda come creta. Vespula, assai timida all'aspetto, sa apprezzare ciò che è bello, il cuore si scioglie nel petto se mi chiede... Beh, lasciamo stare. Anche se le sue urla mi deliziano in privato, sul palco strilla come maiale scannato. Le topaglie fino al posto del povero, Heila, una figura assai rara, dalla duplice natura, guarda negli occhi una dolce tortura. Sartoria. Strano. E invece tu che mi puoi dire?
Looking for something?
Just checking to see that everything's in place. Buggers might have hauled something off for pawning.
Actually, glad you're still here. Wanted to ask you about someone.
Facciamo qua.
Like a rose
quella nobile.
of its crimson hue, fair rose
infatti era quella col nano.
Blue. She shunned her lessons in civility to swing her dwarf with agility. Dwarf. Never suspected he'd be so humble.
Dwarfs what Rosa var Atre deemed her Guihir. Well chosen, eh? Her dad's a Novgardian aristocrat with the imperial legation. Commissioned Dandelion to tutor Rosa and her sister in the art of rhetoric. But we, Rosa, preferred swordplay.
How dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordmaster?
More than one, it seems. Week on week, we get fresh gossip about her thrashing another instructor. So bad he resigns. Word has it her dad's now looking to hire her next victim. I mean, instructor.
No, beh, gli altri più o meno erano più o meno chiari. Era quella col nano che mi lascia un po' perplesso, quindi andiamocene pure. Iniziamo a cercarla a questo punto. Parla con Zoltan, non lo... Dov'è la porta? Mi son perso la porta. Ah, non la vedevo.
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay...
Help!
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What are you hoping for? A knight in shining armour?
Close enough.
Keep out of this, greyhead, not your concern.
Non so se li ho tutti quei soldi, non intendo spenderli tra l'altro. Vespa ha un nuovo protettore allora.
Really? Who's that be?
Vabbè, usiamo l'autorità delle rete mercanti, va. Mendicanti, giusto.
Didn't hear nothing about that.
But you have heard what Bedlam does to people who cross him. Or you need a demonstration?
Come on, Fritz. Boss wants it that way. It's how it's gotta be.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. To think there are men who'll help a stranger out of the kindness of their hearts.
Not entirely out of kindness, and you're not entirely a stranger.
What are you... Oh, I know you. You're that witcher took Dandelion out whoring. Geralt, right?
Vabbè, dalle risposte suppongo che non è andata proprio come ha detto lei, ma vabbè.
Geralt.
Oh. Dreadful sorry.
What do you think? Where could Dandelion be?
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back, saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm. 'Twas the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
This woman he was with in the harbor. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Kovir. Ha! Horvir, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore, doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Vediamo. Strane cose, gli ha chiesto delle lavandaie.
Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell
Buona a sapersi comunque.
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
Si lagna, però lo vuole poi alla fine, vabbè.
Welcome. Do come in.
Ok.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elial.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You Elial?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elial was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here.
Ok, mi si sta accendendo una lampadina su quella con la duplice natura della fila della... ecco.
So you're...
Elial.
Did you and Dandelion... I mean... How did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
Non voglio sapere i dettagli.
Don't think I want to know what happened next.
Oh, stop. He wasn't so drunk as not to figure it out. Besides, men don't interest me. I told him that from the start. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
Sì, effettivamente che tipo aveva parlato?
Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although, indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, oh, the goings-on, impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid sucks flaccid cock.
Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button reaffixed or a hole patched.
When did you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
Ok, penso di aver ottenuto tutto quello che potevo vedere da lui. Volere, non vedere. Siamo chiari.
If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
Ho appena notato una cosa durante la scena, ma questa è... Sono le stesse maschere che utilizzano... No, vabbè, sarà solo una somiglianza. Quelli di prima. Vabbè. Ecco qui la prossima sulla lista. Vediamo un po'. Dovrebbe essere qua. Lei? No, cittadina povera, se no avrebbe un nome proprio. Un attimo la scuola.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
Sì, meglio che aspettare, soprattutto per parlare delle avventure amorose del bardo.
I'll wait.
It won't take long. It turns out he'll not come after all.
Mettiamoci fuori, magari. Sì. I bambini possono essere perfidi, lo sapete tutti. Suppongo che adesso possa entrare, quindi, finita la lezione. Dov'è? Eccola qui. Marabella.
Yes. What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No. We perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe... No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
Che strana allegoria. Vabbè, lasciamo stare.
See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Ah, quindi non...
Farewell.
In qualche modo però mi piace lei. Pure cioè è scavata, però effettivamente ha un che di attraente, non so cosa. Va bene. Le ultime due. Ok, dalla minimappa la casa dovrebbe essere questa, della nobile. Scusate, la voce sta andando via. Entriamo. Ora abbiamo la scusa che c'è Zoltan, non usiamola.
Supposed to give her lessons in swordplay.
Come with me. Miss Rosa awaits.
Ok, seguiamo lui.
Hope so too.
Miss Rosa's got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword. Grab a wooden one. And take care not to hurt the little miss, or you'll earn the ambassador's ire.
Ah, ok, quindi fatemi capire. La dovrei allenare, dovrei prenderci botte, ma non posso ferirla. Ah, dovrei una spada di estramento di legno. Si trovano... Ecco, e non la vedevo, infatti. Spada di legno. Andiamo. Sì, magari guarda se ti dai una mossa, mi fai un favore. Che non abbiamo tutto il giorno. E la signorina dovrebbe essere lei, vedo. Rosa.
Instructor. Well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
Ah, ci siamo anche dovuti cambiare, che giustamente avete delle protezioni. Ok, non dovrebbe essere un problema, credo. Smettila di attaccare e combatti, non sono riuscito a leggere bene perché... Opla. Che dici? Bitch.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
I'm a witcher. I'm looking
A witcher? That's splendid. I always wanted to meet a witcher. This is so exciting.
Beh, almeno l'ha presa bene.
Incredibly. But we ought to discuss that another time. Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship.
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
No. Ah, il calcio non so come mi è venuto in realtà. Ok. Ah, adesso c'è proprio la vita simil boss. Signorina. E poi in uno scontro vero gli farei il culo. Ok. Però se la cava bene. Vabbè, vabbè che stiamo usando armi di legno, però non mi voglio incastrare. Incastrarsi è male in giochi come questi in cui la mobilità conta. Olè. Dai. 2, 3, 4. Ecco, lo sapevo che sono stato troppo avido, ho preso un colpo di troppo.
Damn it! Well, if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Perché no, tanto male che vada posso sempre fare il fugone da Novigrad.
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked
Io suppongo la sorella.
about a relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna Varatra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Sono gemelle? Ah sì, infatti.
Sorry, you lost me.
You're not the first to be confused. I'll explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Who'd Dandelion sing about?
Ci stiamo avvicinando, credo.
I believe she's a poetess, or trabaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course. But who knows? The bard might have invented her just to make us jealous. Pitiful chorister. I'd say it worked. You've gone all red in the face just talking about it. Your face will be red when I scratch your eyes out.
Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take
Fuggi,
care of.
sciocco.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
E rosica. Ok, diciamo che se non c'è un grosso rischio che alla fine di questa quest bisogna fare qualcosa impellentemente, nel prossimo video vengo qui a fare questa side story perché penso sia molto facoltativa. Oh, sono anche salito di livello, grande cosa. Oh, una bacheca, che fa sempre comodo. Il nostro rituale della scalata della bacheca. Che è un errore che continua a fare, mica. E qui andiamo. Ops.
This Baronet's Lavallette's villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
La Valette. Ah, mi sa che era l'amante del Re Forter. Non mi ricordo.
Greetings, Baroness. Greetings, General. You're right. I'm here for a reason.
There's no mistaking you. But for etiquette's sake, Mary Louisa Lavalette, an Imperial General and a Witcher meet, and know each other. Surprising.
Yeah, we had an opportunity to, talk when the Emperor summoned me to Vizima.
Had you run afoul of Var Emrys? No. You'd be long dead if that were so. It seems, then, that you share some interests. But I shan't question you out of doors. Will you accept my invitation? Tell me what brings you here.
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
My maidservant. I'm afraid she's currently at the home of my dear friend Patricia Vegelbud.
Perhaps Geralt could accompany us. He could speak with Molly at the races.
Is that something you'd consider, Witcher? Care to partake of some sophisticated diversion?
No, vengo con loro, almeno mi salta dover arrivarci lì per i fatti miei.
Well, if Molly'll be there.
On our way then.
È molto swag la collana del Nilfgaardiano. Vediamo un po'. Penso che ci abbia risparmiato parecchio tempo. Cioè, almeno a me, perché a voi effettivamente avrei accorciato con un'accelerazione. E ok, siamo arrivati quindi alla tenuta. Alcune ore dopo addirittura ci siamo... Vabbè, magari non è tutto il tempo che ci abbiamo messo. No, siamo appena arrivati. Ore ci abbiamo messo.
Shall we look at the horses? Do you like horses, Geralt?
I guess so. Called every horse I've had Roach.
The grey mare is Cantarella, sired by Kakir, the champion from Vol.
Grey's a nice color. For horses, too.
My coin's on the black stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General.
Ok, qui stiamo veramente... vabbè.
To know your horses.
No is not the word. Morvran's a true expert.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Dai, proviamoci. Anche perché mi pare tanto Fast and Furious con lui molto swag che ci invita a una corsa.
Why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Well said. So, which steed do you choose, Witcher?
Non mi ricordo il... Allora, adesso si attivano le mie conoscenze fantasy. Ok, no, prendiamo questa.
The gray mare looks nimble.
La figlia del... La figlia dell'ex campione, mi pare fosse.
Nemrod will win, no matter the rider.
In that case, I shall try my luck on the Zerrikanian Bay. I see no point in delaying this. Let's begin.
It is ready.
Ok, 3.
Come on, Witcher. Let's see what you're made of.
Come on.
Ok. Non mi dire che mi sia risettato la sensibilità del pad perché vedo che gira troppo rispetto a quanto dovrebbe. E non mi piace per niente la cosa. Ok, non so neanche quanto sia di distanza o... Allora, questo penso sia un giro, ecco. Dai, sto in silenzio perché sto cercando di guardare tutti gli indicatori che ho in giro per capire quanti giri devo fare. Ok. Meno male.
What a thrill! A beautiful victory.
Thanks. For one for whom every horse is a roach, you carry yourself exquisitely in the saddle. My congratulations. That is yours.
Non so perché percepisco dell'astio nella voce.
Ah, yes, Molly. That is why you came here after all. The portly young woman. That's her.
Formosa? Ah, è lei.
Find us when you're ready to return to Novigrad. We'd be delighted to join you for the journey.
Ok, cerchiamo la tipa che è lì sopra. Ok. Siamo appesantiti perché la sella c'ha... Stiamo di fare a 59 su 60 di peso. Molly.
I'm Molly, my lord. Wish to see me?
Call me Geralt.
Geralt? That Geralt? The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again?
Vabbè, teniamogli la recita.
Wouldn't be here if not for Dandelion.
Told me all about your adventures. How he'd ready you for battle with his songs. How he tamed the Karen by playing his lute.
I meant that literally. Dandelion's why I'm here. Came to ask you about him. Know where he might be?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages. The Baroness don't approve of our acquaintance. Says Dandelion's a good-for-nothing layabout. Can you imagine? But...
Ma non mi dire.
Or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
Non sputtaniamolo di nuovo.
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Of course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the moon. Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias. But I've not seen him since.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister?
Sure he does. Saw him himself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Mm-hmm. Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
These packages? Any chance they were trunks, travel cases? And this girl? Possibly a Truberitz?
Yes, yes. Now I remember. She's a travelling performer. Sailed in from Kavir. Talented family, innit?
Exceptionally. And very loving as well, I'm sure.
If you only knew. Dandelion even wrote a poem for her. To my dearest Calinetta. Or some such. Oh, to have a brother like that.
Thanks, Molly.
Se avessi un fratello così non ci potresti fare le cose che ci vorresti tanto fare. Ma vabbè.
Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see him.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
Ora io non voglio essere cattivo con questa, però è molto rincretinita.
Ah, Geralt, there you are. Shall we return together?
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad. Road ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same. Well then, let's go. And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
Ok, Quindi suppongo che qui abbiamo concluso e ci rimane soltanto da tornare da Zoltan, che sta effettivamente un po' lontanino. Quindi usiamo il cavallo. Ah, tra l'altro il cavallo adesso abbiamo la sella migliorata, che credo sia migliore della mia, altrimenti è sotto un cavolo, che non vedo. 50 di vigore. Quella che avevo adesso è da 20 di vigore. E pesa 5 kg, cavoli. Penso che la posso semplicemente buttare questa.
You old bum. What's this? Haven't even drunk.
Ah, ok.
Ah, you're back. You met Poppy? She ought to start talking any day now.
Zoltan, venture to say a mage would have trouble turning that owl into a parrot.
Sure you know me that well? Mark my words, she'll be playing quint with us in no time. But we were to talk about Dandelion. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Sì, infatti facciamolo dire prima. Vabbè, forse abbiamo qualcosa.
Hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberitz, apparently, named Kalinetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Who's this Priscilla?
A Troberitz, like you said. Quite popular of late. Picture Dandelion with a pair of tits and you've got the general idea.
Interesting image. So how'd Dandelion handle meeting his female double?
I think he fell in love.
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. Laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works with a mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
Ok, quindi io pensavo di aver finito il tutto, invece dobbiamo andare di nuovo a cercare questa Priscilla. Ok, il posto dovrebbe essere questo e speriamo di non aver fatto tutta questa fatica per niente, altrimenti lo troverei alquanto stressante.
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. Should start soon.
Mi aspettavo qualcosa di più melodrammatico, in effetti, eh. Quindi ci sta andando bene per ora. Potrei ricredermi, però.
These scars long have yearned for your tender caress, to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars are. Rend my heart open, then your love profess, a winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing, hardening into stone, amidst the cold to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning, your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you.
Ok, decisamente bravo. Anche se penso che per Geralt sia leggermente umiliante questa canzone.
You flee, my dream come the morning, your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet, to dream.
Chissà quanti figli saranno concepiti questa notte dopo questo spettacolo, vabbè. Ok, ora che credo che l'esibizione sia finita, ovviamente avete capito il soggetto della ballata stessa, che era Geralt e Yennefer. No, se non l'avete capito, ve lo faccio notare io. E tra l'altro ha fatto un bel colpo su chiunque, penso. Ah, io questa me la ricordo. Ah, infatti sì, è lei.
A murderer? There's a war on. Some die.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere.
Ecco, ti pareva che succede. Ah, se non l'avessi uccisi? Quindi tutto questo non succedeva?
And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's arse.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come.
Ok, quindi suppongo che siamo stati riconosciuti anche da lei.
Cultural capital of the world? The fuck it is.
Se vi ricordate, quella era la locandiera di Biancofrutteto.
This here's Priscilla, known also as Calinetta, as lovely as she is talented. And this
is Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you, and I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Seems Dandelion was meticulous in telling my story, down to personal and insignificant details. Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
Splendid! Very funny, truly. So, see you later.
Not here. Come with me.
Ah, ok, pensavo stessi cercando di fare il fugone da noi, perché francamente mi stanno avendo 5 minuti.
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist. Siggy Reuven's vault.
sheeped up.
And I've not seen him since.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded carriage laden with jewels, so I should think so. I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Whoreson Jr.'s lair. Then Whoreson's men chased him all over town.
Whoreson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
Biggest prick in Novigrad. Not literally, but...
Got it. You're not a fan. But what did he do to you?
Try the whole town. He's one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuben, Carlo the Cleaver Varese, and the King of Beggars.
The rascal. At least he didn't cross the church as well. Bring that venerable institution into it. We'd be in deep then.
E ci toccherà salvarlo, effettivamente.
Again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue. He ought to pay me a salary.
Wherever he is, I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes. Nor am I, in fact.
Relax. I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Whoreson first. And Siggy Reuben. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Whoreson, but Reuben runs a bathhouse. Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
So am I.
I don't doubt it. But Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
E ok, quindi abbiamo finito questa interminabile quest, penso anche con tutti i tagli del caso verrà lunghissima, penso almeno 40 minuti, almeno. E vabbè, ci vediamo alla prossima, in cui forse andremo a rintracciare Dandelion, o forse andremo a dare quelle cacchio di lezioni di scherma che voleva la signorina. Quindi alla prossima ragazzi, ciao ciao!